All right, we're going to welcome you back to Principals Podcast, Season 4, Episode 12. We are talking boys hoops today. I'm joined with my co-host, Doug Hyam. How are you?
I'm doing great. How's everyone out there?
Wonderful. All 5 listeners say thank you. And we have Kyle Palovich and Ethan Faber joining us. Gentlemen, how are you? Are you at the Palovich residence?
Yes, we are.
Yep.
All right. Is this, are you in a former podcast booth from last year?
No, we are not.
We didn't make it.
We're actually, fun fact, we're in the original, before Cal Pal, they tried to start up a podcast. We're in that room, which I was a guest on for their first episode. So
we weren't able to make it into the studio of Cal Pal.
Yeah.
Wow. I've watched you guys play hoops, and so did Mr. Hyam multiple times. You guys are quick, aggressive. I love watching that. Kyle, before the year began, you'd be in my office. We were talking Captain the crazy stuff. And I told you that I wanted you to get a triple-double every single game. It was very attainable. 5 points, 5 points. I gave you 5 points. I wanted you to get 5 blocks, 5 rebounds.
It was 5 across the board. Yeah.
Yeah, it was all 5 steals, you name it. But what I really love is that you're a cherry picker. You're in there and the ball's off the rim, get it back in. I did see against Madison a couple Euro steps. I saw a couple of Bill Lambier blocks that you had, and you were like, guys, this is my lane. I'm gonna put you down. And then Faber is, I don't even know. He's like watching Jackie Chan. He's like a ninja. He's a ninja in the outfield, and he's a ninja on the basketball court. But you guys are really quick. You have a great staff, and you have some seasoned veterans, but you guys are quick with a lot of youth. So Palovich did leave the podcast. He's no longer visible, but I'm going to start with Ethan Faber. Ethan, give us a preview of where you guys started off the season and leading up to your last game against Madison.
So to start the season, obviously we had a lot of unknowns because we lost a lot of guys, but we come in and now it's midseason. We're 9-4. A couple of shots go away. We're 11-2, and we just have a lot of guys who have stepped up in a big way. And it's been great. We just play fast and we play hard.
It's really awesome to watch against Madison, which is, Morawski's one of his personal rivals. He hates Madison. He wore Beat Madison shirt that day. And it was like watching zone defense and football and a lot of interceptions. There were a lot of quickness from you guys, getting steals, getting early buckets. I believe it was 9-0 right away. You had face guarding Faber out there against Dragus. He couldn't buy a bucket until about 9 minutes in the game, where it was like a Seth Curry, like, you shouldn't make that shot, and he made it. So you did not give them any easy shots. Do you feel that you guys were really ramped up in that game more than usual?
I feel like we were ready. We're ready for every game, obviously, but that game specifically, being a conference game and being against Madison, who's kind of edging towards the top of the conference, it was a must-need win. So we kind of had that mentality going into the game, and we only really needed to silent JP, and that's what we did. So that's why we won.
It's been a joy watching you guys, and what I love about our teams is you're very supportive of also other sports. So when you're off, you guys go support the girls. When they're off, they come support you. Last night, Emily Noor got 1,000 points. Were you guys there?
I was not there, but I saw it right away. So congrats to her. Yeah. That's really, really big.
And you guys are no slouches to that because, I believe the Salka brothers at least the ones that have graduated, have been in that capacity. It's just a special experience. Let's talk about Coach Morawski. All right. I've known him since I started. Obviously, he's been football, basketball guy. He really honed into just basketball. He's a nervous Nelly. I know that from just talking with him all the time. He's like always overthinking things, gets anxious stomachs. But what's a timeout look like with him?
Well, if it's a full timeout, starters will sit down, or not the starters, but whoever's in will sit down. He's trying to get us all composed and ready for any situation. So whether that be wherever the ball goes out, getting a play ready, or just taking time to get us amped up again if we're like if the other team's on a run on us, or he's just always trying to get us going still.
Yeah, just like get a restart button, and like, you know, if we're like just running up and down the court and we're all tired and you just need a timeout, you're not going to go like 5 in, 5 out. You just need to get your starters a rest, and for like 60 seconds. That's all we need, because we do play very fast, and it's just get us focused, refocused, and revamped for the game.
Has there been like obviously with starting late because of football still in season, not knowing who's going to be fully coming out, and then knowing who already left, are there any surprises where you're like, I knew you'd be good, but you've been really great here with any of your players?
Well, I think at the beginning of the season, we all had really no idea of who was going to be out there and what our offense was going to look like, or even our defense, like what we were going to look like in general. So I think everybody in general has stepped up, not only from the beginning of the season or the previous years, but just continue to step up. And we need that. And it's a good thing for all of us to be able to do that.
Yeah, and another thing is, like, you know, to me, like, I didn't really see any surprises. Like, people be like, what's going to happen? Then, like, I've been watching, like, guys like Noah for years, and Sammy. Like, I knew they've always been good. They just need a chance to prove it. So now they've come out. It's not really surprised me that they're performing so well.
I find that your team is fast, relatively balanced. You can put sequences of rotations where you have a ton of kids that can shoot, or you need a lot of guys to be physical. But it's really interesting when you have pretty much the entire defensive backfield there in football, and their whole job is to literally get the ball back and get in position. So that's always very fun to watch. And I think that cross training is really helpful, that you're multiple sport athletes, including Kyle Palovich, who is known to be the king of Caddyshack. He knows the way around the golf course.
Oh, yeah. only know how to check people playing, but I'm an average golfer.
Faber, last season, the last season that you played in was a final out for boys states championship in baseball. You're a super fan in the sense of you're like adjunct captain of the crazy. And then where did you start to really hone in on the basketball side? I've always seen the baseball side, but when did you really focus in on, like, I really want to get serious about basketball too?
It's always kind of like always been there. I just, like, you know, baseball was just like a 3-season sport for me. Kind of like I would do fall, summer, spring. And then basketball is just so, but like I've always loved basketball. I've been playing forever, and it's just like it's just something like that you don't have with baseball a lot of times. They both have things like basketball is just so high energy. It's just so like intense. Something that, like, the competitive drive of it that just really, you know, makes me want to work for it.
And Kyle, if you were to go one-on-one against your brother, who would win? Because he's dirty. Like, if we were playing clean, I know that you would take him.
Well, there's been some fights at the Palovich house about this, and we've taken it to the court a few times. I've beat him a few times. He's beat me, so I won't necessarily reveal an answer. I'll be boring about it.
Okay, because I've noticed, and everyone on this podcast has noticed how political you've been with your answers. I asked, who has had some great growth, and you're like, we've all shown some great growth. Who would win on a basketball court, you or your brother? Give or take, it depends on the day.
Listen, you don't want to start any conflicts that don't need to happen. You know what
I mean? So where is he? Please tell me he's not in the house right now.
He just left, actually.
Okay. Was he sporting a fur coat without putting on a coat?
I think he was, actually.
Yeah, very nice. The dude has the he could comb his back. That's no doubt. Mr. Hyam, you've watched a lot of basketball. Your son plays basketball, but you've seen these boys play. So questions before you get into your little 10-question chicken or steak.
So I've seen them play, and I think you two have kind of matriculated up. You guys just didn't really start on the varsity from day one. You guys had to work your ranks up, and I know you've worked a lot with Coach Goodridge. Can you tell us a little bit of what Coach Goodridge has brought to the table to allow the next wave to step in for the varsity coaches to kind of be successful?
I mean, I think we could both say this. I mean, I was with Coach Goodridge a little bit longer, I think, but he's an all-around great guy on top of being a great coach. He goes into every game, no matter like how good or bad they are, saying that we have a chance to win and we could lose every day, and he just makes us prepared for anything that could happen. And he brings a winning mentality to the program for sure. He always says, if you want to win, if you want to compete and win, you got to be in this program. So he's just an all-around great guy and great coach as well. I don't know if Ethan has anything to add.
And I don't know. The thing is, like, he really, really cares about his players. Like, I don't. There's not much he wouldn't do for his players, and it's just great to see him. He was my coach a few years ago, and he was amazing.
And I think he's a great bridge to getting to Coach Morawski and the rest of the staff to get you guys prepared. You guys talked a little bit about the standings without getting into it. Where are we currently in the standings? Do you know kind of the pecking order in the conference?
Well,
conference, yeah.
We're right behind Riverside and Mayfield right now. We're still there, and we'll just say we're still there.
Yeah.
Do we need some breaks to happen, or or if we take care of our business, we can make it happen?
If we take care of our business and maybe a few other strings pull, I mean, we can be there.
We just got to take care of business, and I think
if we take care of business like we're planning to, we will be there.
So when are we going to see you guys in action next?
Well, Saturday, our next home game's not until I think next Tuesday.
Tuesday against Madison.
But Saturday we'll be at Kirtland at 7:30. 6, whatever.
Some people will be coming at 6, some will be coming at 7:30. So let's make sure we get the correct information out. For those few listeners that we have, please check Jarn Athletics for the latest updates. Coach Snyder does a great job keeping us up to date on times and locations. But you guys have a rare Friday off. Is that accurate tomorrow?
Yeah, off. Yeah, no game. Yeah.
Well, we'll practice though.
We'll be practicing pretty hard.
You're gonna tell Coach you got dinner dates and you got to get out early, or you're gonna just let it be?
Might have to.
Yeah.
Push comes to shove. You know what I mean?
Hey, I saw Shane Quinn on the court this week. Shane Quinn was on the court this week?
Yeah. He was on the court this week.
Who is he trying to man up against?
Everyone.
Yeah, he's helping us compete out in practice. Well, we've been ending practices with like a little 3-on-3 court, whatever.
Yeah.
And he's been running with us, so it's been pretty competitive. But on the topic of AD Doug Schneider, shout out to him. He's the best in the business. Like literally, I mean, we couldn't we're blessed to have him as a community. So just a quick shout out to him. I know we do shout outs later, but
we do that. You guys are leading into something later, right?
They must have watched one before.
Yeah, they might have watched one or two.
Hey. My bad.
Yeah, I got you. All right, you guys ready for a little chicken or steak?
Oh, I'm ready.
All right, so to be I got 10. They're sports related, and you cannot sit on the fence. You got to pick one of the sides. All right, so let's get down to it. Would you rather be the star on a bad team or a bad player on an elite team?
I'd say the star on a bad team.
Oh, look at him being selfish, egotistic. Look at that.
This guy. I mean,
Come on, Faber.
I'll
you got
take.
You got a ring on that finger. What do you want?
I'll go the opposite of him. I'll say bad player on an elite team. Because an elite team, you're still winning. Bad team, you're just kind of like, I don't know. It's just all about you on a bad team.
Hey, you guys have been lucky to be a lot of big games here lately at Chardon. We played for some titles. Would you rather watch the regular season game from courtside or right on the fence, or a high-stake championship game from the rafters?
High-state champion game from the rafters.
I'd
Easy.
agree with him, yeah.
It's just the atmosphere that's there that you won't get anywhere else.
So speaking of that atmosphere, Ethan, playing down in Akron last year, what did that feel like, being on the field rather than being up in the rafters for some other events?
That was the best atmosphere I've ever played in my life. I'll never have anything like that. I'll remember that forever. It was unreal because there were so many people there, and it also helped that Chardon and Hoban weren't too far away from Canal Park. It was just a packed house, and everyone was there. And it was just so cool to see all my friends there watching. It was just an unreal environment.
So based on that answer, I'm taking it you're not playing baseball this year, because I heard they're playing in June, hopefully for a second title. So are you not playing this year? If we're not going to be able to top that experience?
Oh no, I'll be playing. The goal is to go back. Everything is to get back there to Canal Park.
Yeah.
And we're not defending. I like what Coach said the other day. We're not defending anything. Nothing is given.
Yeah.
We need to go and take it. And
You
you guys have that idea, don't you?
Yeah, we got to earn it again. Because I know we've been doing baseball workouts since November, I want to say. I don't remember when the exact start date was, but we've been working really hard, a lot of days a week, hitting. Because I know a lot of people are there after school days when I'm at basketball, so I don't see it all, but I know there's many people there who are getting better.
They're getting the work in. And the way you two guys play and around the programs, I can see you guys being future coaches. So this is more of a coaching question. Would you rather retire as a forgotten coach with a winning record, or a famous coach that never won?
I'd say forgotten coach. I don't like losing.
Yeah, I don't think I could handle losing a lot. I would say.
So I think where we're going with this one, Kyle, I think we know. Would you rather want to have the most points in school history, or do you want to have the most championships?
Oh, championships by far.
Oh, look at you changing to the team approach. Look at that. Look at what Ethan rubs off on you in the right way, doesn't he?
Oh.
Oh boy! All right, well, that's the other podcast. When you go on the Cal and Pal show, would you rather stay on a below-average team or join your rival?
Oh no!
And win a championship. Now you're going to win that championship, but you got to join that rival.
No. I'd rather stay on a below-average team.
Yeah.
So you're not going to wear any of that blue and gold and play for the Euclid Panthers? No. There's no chance of that.
No.
Can we pause for a moment? I want to articulate that Palovich is wearing a Browns and Bengals combo.
No, I'm not. This is Browns. This is Bearcats.
Oh, I see. You can't read. It looks like it was Cincinnati Bengals.
No.
Ever. Hey, he's just trying to get on my good side since I went to Cincinnati for a year and a half of school. That's where I started.
Oh.
And then I went to John. Then I finished at John Carroll. So that's a good thing. Hey, so you guys are into making money, I'm sure. So would you rather have a shoe deal or an award named after you?
That's a good one. I'd probably that's a tough one.
It's real.
I'd probably say a shoe deal, because I'd get money for that, and people would be like repping me.
Just bought the new Kyle Palovich threes.
Yeah, they'd be repping me.
Nah, I'm gonna have to go shoe deal as well.
Hey, would you guys rather play but always lose, or win but sit on the bench?
Like no playing time at all. You just sit there. You're like
You're
just
sitting on the bench, but you're on a winning team, or would you rather play and lose?
I think I'd rather win and sit on the bench. It's a tough one because you
Yeah.
want to be out there, you want to play, but I mean, sitting on the bench could be like coaching,
but you're
unless you're a bench player.
Yeah, I would say playing but losing because I don't know. I don't think I could. I don't know. If I was sitting on the bench, I just feel like I could be like that engaged in it, and just like not as determined.
Yeah. So here's a tough one. You guys play in in the barn, unique location to play. Would you rather go undefeated in the barn or go undefeated on the road?
Undefeated in the barn. I wouldn't want to lose in the barn.
Yeah. Losing in the barn is the worst. You just can't do it.
Yeah. Not only is it the worst feeling like at the time of the game, but the
After.
practice after is.
Losing the barn is not in the vocabulary here.
So I'm going to ask this question: Have either one of you played on live television?
GTV.
Oh, there you go. So would you rather lose on television or win with nobody watching?
Win with nobody watching.
Win with nobody watching.
Okay. And I'm going to leave you with the last one, then I'm going to turn it over to the master of ceremonies. Would you rather always lose the championship or never make the playoffs?
Always lose the championship because there's the road of winning up until then.
Yeah. I'd probably say always lose championship.
I hope I made you guys think today with a little.
Oh, you did. You did.
For
It's
sure.
all you, Murray.
Well done. You're just like the Buffalo Bills.
4 in a row. 4 in a row.
Go Pack.
All right. So, guys, I've known you for a long time. Faber, I think I've known you probably even longer. That goes back to our roots of the PSR days. It's your second semester of your senior year, and you've been here for year 5, starting as the 8th grade. You have not experienced one normal year ever, between a reconfiguration and then a COVID-19 part 2 hybrid learning. Obviously, we've won multiple state championships, which is the positive side. And then we had the great flood of 2022. I'm sure you have a ton of memories about this place, but what are you looking forward to the most as the end of May comes around? What are you looking forward the most for yourself personally?
I'd say, I mean, like, obviously, like, we're all grown up now, but like, obviously, like, looking back on it, it's like, it's kind of shocking that like we're already ready to like graduate and stuff. So for me personally, I know a lot of people who are nervous for like college or their next step, whatever's after high school. But personally, that I'm really excited to just get started on what's next. Not because I want to leave the high school so bad. I had a lot of good memories there and like with my friends and stuff. But I think I'm like ready for the next step, and I'm just excited to embrace a new challenge.
I'm somewhere in the middle. I just kind of like, I don't know. When you look back and you just like think about when I go off to college, I'll just be like, there's just so many people that I'll just lose touch with, and that'll just be forgotten that like I won't want to. But like, and then at the same time, just looking forward to going to the future wherever it takes me, because I'll meet new people, but like obviously all the memories that'll be lost. So like, you know, it's just like you don't want to you won't forget them, but you won't have them anymore. So it's a little bit sad. It's bittersweet.
Yeah, we do it every single year.
Yeah.
Every single year with kids, and it's difficult. But I will say this, and I'm not blowing smoke. The class 23 will go down as probably the highest achieving academic and highest achieving athletic group that we've ever seen in the 150 years of Hilltoppers. We have data to prove it. So you guys have left your mark, and we're really grateful for that. Have you guys decided where you're going to take your talents next?
I have. I'm going to the University of Cincinnati, repping it right here.
Beautiful.
Yeah, he hasn't really decided.
I'm still between Ohio State and Cincinnati So we're still uncommitted. So we'll see
Gotcha.
where it takes me.
And I'm sure,
Stay in
Palovich, you're probably
Calhoun.
going to do some intramural stuff, some co-ed stuff, some
Yeah.
club stuff. Faber, are you doing any consideration to take your talents in baseball at all?
No, I decided that I was just gonna like after the school baseball season, I'm just done. I might play some intramural maybe, but like yeah, after this school season for baseball, I'm retired, hanging up the cleats. So
Beautiful. Well, you got a lot of memories
yeah,
throughout those years. It's time for gratitude. And it's an opportunity for you to reflect on. We already mentioned the GOAT, Doug Snyder.
oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
So I think collectively we can all say we're grateful for him all the time. But now it's personally able for you to think about someone in your life or your team or someone you want to give a shout out to throughout for this week. So you guys have anyone in mind?
I do. There's a bunch of people. Obviously, like my family, my friends. Just like being there for me all the time. Coach Morawski, all the coaching staff, Coach Toth, they're great. They're fantastic, and they're always there for us no matter what. The administration, you guys doing the fantastic job of getting us back in to school safely and in a timely manner, and being there for us throughout our 5 years, and obviously my classmates and peers. You know,
It's gonna take
like
all of them.
I mean,
It's not even
They're
You're
good.
like Santa Claus.
I mean, there's not enough thanks that I can give to the people around me. And I don't do it too often, but I mean, class of 2023 is great for a reason. So I mean, hopefully we can set examples for the classes behind us as well. Go ahead.
Jeez, this guy really took everything, but yeah, basically everything he said. I mean, all the classmates, everyone, coaches, administration, teachers. But I'll give a special shout. I don't know why I just thought this, but to Coach Naughty from for the baseball team. He drives like an hour every day, and he's a volunteer. And I just think I don't know why I thought about that just now, but that's just amazing that he does that for us day in and day out.
He is a special guy. Chaim, you got someone this week?
Mine's going to be general because it's a team effort, but the mains crew, the custodian crew, trying to deal with the weather that we have going on this week outside, with the parking lots, the sidewalks. I mean, we mention it often, but this week has been difficult. Seems like it's not snowing, and when it's not snowing, then it's raining, then it's windy. So they've been battling, and then we have students coming and going every period between periods from in our building and outside, inside. So they've been really on top of everything. So a lot of appreciation to them.
My shout out this week is going to the one and the only Al Herner,
Amen.
That's
Yep.
a man amongst men. So that's all that we need to say about that. He is a strong person who has a great army of friends around him.
Amen.
So it was a great podcast. So guys, thanks for joining us. We had a week off because the podcast before you're right after Hanlon and Kofel. They were on the last podcast about the building.
big shoes to fill.
Yeah, huge. And we had to actually be very serious the whole time and not have fun with them like we want to, but we had to be serious because we had to tell people about what's going on with the buildings, which were on progress beyond that. So it's really exciting. Hopefully I'm going to have a personal goal that by Valentine's Day, we can get some more rooms up there in the 300s. That's my goal.
Wow.
My goal. Because we're very close to the next phase, and the next phase is ceiling tiles and paint, and then us individually putting furniture back in those areas because that furniture was not disturbed. So I'm excited that we might be able to get some more rooms. It would be a very wonderful Valentine's Day or a couple days thereafter. That's my goal. So guys, thanks for joining us. You have the rest of the day off in your open campus, coming back for practice at 2:30. 2:40 or what is it, 3?
Well, we actually don't have. We have a.
We have a little bowling tournament going on
Yeah.
tonight with the basketball
even.
team. Yeah,
Yeah.
We have some bonding going on.
yeah, we do.
At,
I just
three
say my
o'clock
team's taking home the
lanes.
crown.
Mm.
We're taking home the crown.
Wait, you going to Ernst?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You're going to walk out smelling like Marlboros, even though they haven't smoked in 40 years. No, it's a good local place.
Hmm.
So thanks for joining us, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks for
I
having
want
us.
someone to get a turkey today.
What's that?
Get a turkey.
Get a turkey.
Hey, whatever that means, we will.
Well, the screen will automatically show that if you get 3 strikes in a row, you get a turkey.
All right.
All
Looks
right.
like
So
it's gonna
go
be
after it.
Thanksgiving time.
All right, guys. Peace out and
Thank
go
you.
Toppers.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Go
Yep.
Toppers.
No toppers.